Our next reader is Janet Kuypers with her poems about connecting to nature from locations around the world, in poems from recent books, and these books are for sale. They're right here. With half of all book sales today going to restore Table Rock Theatre, Janet will hold up books as she's reading the book poems, and the poems are all in one set, so hold your applause to the end. And Janet also runs a fantastic Zoom, and it's really, really good. It's a poetic license. It used to be at Half Price Books and used to be at Recycle Reads, you know, pre-COVID days. But you're here, this is alive, you get to hear the original work of Janet Kuypers. Come on now.
Because John was going to be playing the guitar and he doesn't think he can. So I thank you and I thank you. And this is all unrehearsed. We're going to start about cosmos. I had to tell him the style of all the stuff that he's going through so we know what on earth we're doing. Hi there. Thank you so very much. He was right in saying that things are things from all around the world and traveling, because this last book has things about travel in it, so I hope you guys enjoy. And oh, I'd love it on him. I would. He's the cool. He makes the cool echoey noises. He does. I'm gonna like it. I'll start after you start playing. Thank you. There are no towns for at least 40 miles. And no clouds in the night sky. It was absolutely amazing. The Milky Way was seen very clearly, and in the winter sky we could easily spot constellations spanning the sky, dropping into the horizon. I don't know if I've ever seen that many stars before in the night sky before. Sitting on a white sandstone rock, he finally spoke. After looking at these stars, doesn't it make you feel so insignificant? My eyes must have looked like saucers looking up at the night sky with a grin that I couldn't remove from my face. Not at all. I could never think that. Well, how could you not? I told him that I can't look at my life as insignificant, that line of thinking leads to defeatism. I can't think that way, for how could I function if I thought I was insignificant? I looked at these stars and thought that this was science, something I could learn from. The constancy of the stars comforted me. These were the same stars I looked up at when I was a child. I told him how, in my opinion, the science of astronomy is beautiful in this inherently beautiful night sky. I told him that I loved the understanding we can gain about our world by studying other planets and stars and galaxies. And I loved the fact that I was on one of those planets and have this unique opportunity to actually look at and contemplate the night sky. Tiny or not, I have the mind to understand that we are all connected and are somehow a part of this amazing universe, especially on nights like this when I'm surrounded by so many stars. That could never make me feel small. I think I'm gonna go to Wyoming. Because, I would roll my eyes at going to the first Taco John's in the franchise, and don't question how odd it is that a Tex-Mex fast food joint got its start at, of all places, Wyoming. But make sure to take a trip to Yellowstone, for like clockwork, that old faithful geyser will give you that postcard perfect picture. But what else are you gonna see, unless you search for a nearby glacier to walk on top of? Just make sure and be prepared in case those winds pick up and you crouch down on instinct just to protect yourself from Mother Nature. Because I don't care if you love the high-rises of downtown cities in the States. These great views from enclosed skyscrapers is one thing. It's another to face the elements of nature head on, to truly understand who has the real power on planet Earth. But after receiving ashes from Mount St. Helens, after snorkeling Oahu's beaches emerged from lava beds, after walking the ruins of Pompeii from Mount Vesuvius, after walking the sunken caldera of Deception Island, Antarctica's volcano, or along Galapagos lava beds, after looking past Earth to volcanoes on our own moon, scientists call the moon's dark spots seas, made after not water, but lava. And hearing of more and more volcanic eruptions that you better not attribute to global warming. After all this time, I'm starting to understand how volcanoes made 80% of all of the Earth's surfaces after they formed our early oceans and atmosphere too. That may be why I drove to the roads of New Mexico this time, just to drive on highways, pull over anywhere along Mount Taylor, and pick up red or black football-sized chunks of lava. And no, you're not stealing them, because there's so many volcanoes and they're so abundant there that you look for things like mesas to break up the outdoor museum of volcanoes that is New Mexico. So I say, take a drive that way. See for yourself. Some of you know that I do periodic table poems, and I thought it was bees that were attracted to my shirt, but that seems fitting for this next piece, for cesium. Because I always ask, would you like cesium with your Cesium-137 from nuclear fission blankets our night sky after Cold War tests. It falls globally, but a U.S. professor found East Coast honey had 100 times more cesium-137. Why? Well, because low potassium soil there means that the plants soak cesium instead. So, from plant water to bees, voila, a sweet radioactive treat. But you know, I think I'm going to Florida. I think I'm going to Florida this time. Because if you're flying in from across the country, you'll feel that heat and humidity before you even step off the plane. If you were, starting at the tourist traps, leave Disney World and fly down to a smaller, maybe Naples airport instead, down at the end of Radio Road. If they still offer it, spend a small bit of coin to learn how to fly an airplane. For once you reach altitude, they'll let you take over steering. And you can look down at the trees swaying. Route 41, that actually goes up through Chicago into Wisconsin. And yes, it does go. It's also called Tamiami Trail down there. And yes, it does go to Miami, but learn how to say it properly. And sense how real that gulf feels when you literally are flying by it. But after you've seen it from above, go for yourself. Forget the tours and rent a rowboat to make your own journey through the Everglades, the largest tropical wilderness in the U.S. and the third largest national park in the contiguous United States. Due to past efforts to drain this marshland, the Everglades is half the size it once was a century ago. So I'm telling you, take this moment to forget the tourism of this state and instead rent a rowboat, because this is the pure way to immerse yourself in the sounds, the desolation, and the immense peace you'll finally feel. I'm going to close up with one more, and it was written on Thoreau's birthday. So it's going to be an event piece, and you're awesome, and thank you so much, Staples. This is Knowingly Live, Purposefully Live. Life is as precious and as deliberate as you choose it to be. We all make choices without thinking about it, which is why we may wonder how we got into this hole and how on earth can we get out. And through all this mess, we only feel lost. But it is only after we make that conscious choice to act on our beliefs that we begin to feel alive again. Oh, you talk about beliefs. It's all just overreacting. We've been fine all along. That's just how everyone lives. Yes, and everyone wallows in that pit that no one remembers falling into. So stop passively asking others to dictate your lives and control you. Step out and say something. Because civil disobedience isn't the act of the insane. It is a measure that people take when they realize that things have gone too far and they can't just sit back and do nothing. For if you are lost, seek the truth, as all philosophers do. For the definition of a philosopher is a person who seeks the truth. And the true key may be to live simply, to live in harmony with nature and commune with our surroundings. Once you do that, it will seem simple to live deliberately, to live strategically. And suddenly, once you begin to think through life, you'll see that you are no longer lost. Thank you to Salado, and thank you to this place. Oh, I don't have anything else. I just did my set, but you gave me a time limit, and I am doing as I was told.